When should you think about publishing your academic writing in grad school? Is it ever too early to start publishing? Is it ever too late during your time in grad school? In this video, I'm going to share with you what I think is the sweet spot for knowing when to get your writing out the door so you maximize your chances of getting it published before you go on the job market. Hi everyone, I'm Leigh from teachingacademia.com, and I'm all about giving you the tools you need to navigate academia to make your best impact. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get new notifications as I put out new videos each week. So today we have a viewer question, and it goes like this. How early is too early to publish? Should one seek to publish in their first, second, etc. year of graduate school? So here is my school of thought, and this is what I advise doctoral students to do. When you think about the average program being maybe 5 years in length, okay, that's the model that I'm operating off of here. You might take 6, you might take 4, but 5 is a good average for a PhD program. There is what I think a sweet spot for getting your academic writing out the door so that it has a strong chance of getting published and helping you when you go on the job market. What do I mean by that? When I say getting published, it might be in print when you go on the job market, but at the very least, it's been accepted for publication. And that's what we're aiming for here, because when you go on the job market, if it's accepted, you're golden. It's okay if it hasn't actually come out in press. It's fine if it has, but that's not going to buy you anything more, okay? It's that accepted that we're looking for, all right? So then, why do I say that you need to be sending out quality papers? Okay, let me back up for a minute. What I say is you need to be sending out quality papers for review in your second and third year. Why do I say that? Why do I think that that is your sweet spot? So in the first year, you're learning. You're learning about academic writing. You're ideally getting your course papers together, right? You're developing some new course papers that then in the summer, between your first and second year, you can at least take one of those course papers and turn it into something that's ready to submit for publication when you go back in the early fall, okay? So in that first year and in your second year, you are taking courses. You are developing a line of scholarly inquiry. You are writing essays, literature reviews, etc., that you can then take outside your course and develop into quality papers that you can send out for review. And I am going to link in the show notes to some additional videos to help you think about where you should be submitting and how you go about taking course papers and turning them into, right, publications, okay? So make sure you check those out. So that's your block of time where you're really writing. You have to write for courses. So get that out the door. Again, there's more reasons to it than just that this is your block of time where you're writing papers. You are in your pre-comps, pre-dissertation phase, okay? You have time to be writing. It's still stressful, but it is not as stressful as when you're doing comps, your qualifying exams or comprehensive exams, writing a dissertation proposal, or doing your dissertation. Once you hit your comprehensive or qual exams, and once you get into your dissertation, it's going to be challenging, if not impossible, to start writing a new piece or to go back and take a course paper and develop it into something that you can send out for publication. So the advice I'm giving you here is the advice that I give all my students. Some students don't take it, okay? And then what happens is when they get into their dissertation, they realize they're not as competitive on the job market, and they come back and they say, oh, what do I need to do? And honestly, at that point, you need to be focusing on getting your dissertation done, right? At that point, you've missed this sweet spot, and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to miss this sweet spot, okay? You want to get stuff out in your, second year, in your third year, all right? Now, when you do that, what happens is you have time to manage rejections because things are going to get rejected. It happens to all of us, okay? It's a matter of getting back up on the horse and sending it back out. So when you start sending out papers in your second and third year, if you're in a 5-year program, then you have time when something gets rejected to send it to a new place, right? You have time to manage, revise, and resubmit. So even if you send something out in your third year and you get a revise and resubmit and you're doing comps or you're doing your dissertation, you will have time. You should be able to carve out time to address, revise, and resubmit. You will not have time to start a whole new paper from scratch while you're doing comprehensive exams or a dissertation, but you will have time to address, a revise, and resubmit. And you can absolutely write to the editor and ask for, I would say if an editor gives you 2 months to do a revise and resubmit, and you're doing your comps or you're doing a dissertation, write to that editor and say, hey, I'm a grad student. This is where I'm at in my program. I'm trying to get my dissertation done. I'm in the middle of my comprehensive exams. Can I have 3 months, right? Set a due date. Tell them this is when I'm asking to have it into you by. And I bet you that nearly everybody's going to say that's fine. Okay. So don't be afraid to push back a little bit on those due dates if you need to, but just make sure you have something that is, reasonable, and you tell them this is what I need and this is why. Okay. So you want to start publishing in your academic grad school sooner rather than later. You have more time now than you might realize. Take advantage of that time. Use it so that you can get something at least accepted and impressed. That's going to help you strengthen, it's going to make you more competitive when you go out on the academic job market. All right, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch all of my videos. And while you're at it, let me know in the comments if this has helped you, if you have any questions about publishing, when to publish, how to publish, where to publish. I would love to hear them, talk to you more about them, and I look forward to helping you make progress with your academic journey.